Okay. Your boy is back. Your boy is back. Man, what a day. What a few days it has been. What a few days. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Feeling a lot better, I'll tell you that much. Feeling a lot better. Feeling a lot better. Good morning. Good morning. Or good afternoon. Yeah, it's this afternoon. Something like that. What's going on, everybody? Oh man, hope you guys had a great weekend. I am definitely feeling a lot better after that COVID trip that I took. That was not fun at all. At all. But as usual, it's really great to see you guys. Really great to spend some more time with you guys. Whew. What's everybody been up to this weekend? How's everybody been doing? You know, there's a bit of a surprise live for everybody. I promise I'm gonna get back to making more like pre-recorded content. There's just been a lot going on, and the pre-recorded content obviously takes up more space on my computer, which is why like I haven't been doing it as much as I usually do. But I do want to get back into doing that for sure, because I do like those videos that I do where I get straight to the point. You know, I love these videos where I'm interacting with everybody as well, but I also love to serve that other audience that just wants like the content, you know what I mean, the Darrell Brooks. So I'm definitely going to try to make sure, you know, I keep doing that as well. You know, today we are going back through day 4 of the Darrell Brooks trial. You know, obviously we got a lot of witnesses in day 4 still to get to. So you know, we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys. We're gonna go ahead and get started with day 4 of the Darrell Brooks trial. Okay, so we just got through the Waukesha Blazers baseball coach, and now we're just going to keep this thing going. We're going to go to the other witnesses. Let's see what we got today in court.
All right, you may call your next witness.
Today we call Josh Crater.
Josh Crater. Let's see what Josh Crater saw.
Good morning, sir. If you would please make your way to the witness stand, which is up a riser to my right. When you get there, please remain standing. Raise your right hand. My clerk, Teresa, who's on my left, will swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, sir. Please be seated. The first thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record and spell each, please.
Joshua Craner, Joshua, Craner, Kraner.
Oh, Craner.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Not Kramer.
Sir, I'm
Craner.
going to direct your attention to November 21st of last year, 2021. Were you at the City of Waukesha Christmas Parade?
Yes, I was.
And were you a participant or a spectator?
Participant.
And what group were you with?
The Waukesha Blazers.
And what was your affiliation with the Waukesha Blazers?
I'm a head coach of the Slammers, which was at the time a 9U baseball team.
Okay. How long had you been involved with the Blazers?
Just a couple months.
Did you have any children that were part of the Blazers program?
Yes, my son.
And how many kids?
Just one.
Okay. So on that day, were you there with your son or daughter?
My son and my wife.
Okay. And you were marching with the Blazers?
Yes.
Do you recall what you were doing? Were you handing out candy, handing out flyers?
We were handing out flyers.
To support the Blazers program?
Yeah, to recruit people for the rookie program.
Okay. What did the Blazers have afloat in the parade?
We had a truck.
Okay. And was it marked with the Blazers logo on it?
Yes.
Do you recall what color it was?
No.
Okay. And
Honestly, just from the comments that I'm seeing from you guys, I'm starting to think I should probably not watch the cross-examination on this one. So, is it 100% necessary for me to watch the cross-examination for this one, or can I just watch his testimony and then just move on, to the next witness? Let me know, please. I do not want to get upset today. I don't have the energy, I don't. I'm on the downward from COVID. I don't have the energy right now to be dealing with a whole bunch of Darrell BS. So let me know. Let me know if I can skip it.
where were you in relationship to the truck? Was the truck in front of the people with the Blazers, or was the truck behind the people?
We had players on both sides of the vehicle. I was walking majority in the back of behind the truck during the parade.
Okay. Did there come a time when you heard a commotion behind the truck?
Yes.
Can you describe for the jury what exactly you heard?
I heard screaming.
Now, you were at a parade, so I'm assuming as part of a parade there's normally screaming. Was it something different?
Yes.
Can you describe it?
Horrific.
I'm sorry?
Horrific.
Okay. What did you do?
I turned around to look at what was going on.
What did you see?
I saw a red Ford Escape up on the curb. I saw people throwing themselves out of the way.
Now, when you say you saw the vehicle up on the curb, can you describe that for the jury, what you mean by that?
It wasn't in the roadway.
So I'm assuming the parade is taking place on Main Street in the city of Waukesha?
Yes.
And the cars and the parade participants would be within the areas between the two curbs?
Yes.
And this car was up on a curb?
What I remember, yes.
Okay. Did you see that car strike any people?
No.
Okay. You saw people running from the area that the car was coming from?
Yes.
What did you do?
I instantly tried to find my son.
How old is your son?
He's 10 now.
9 at the time of the parade?
Yes.
Where was he when you last saw him before looking to your back when you heard the commotion?
He was on the left side of the truck.
Okay. And did you see him when you looked back?
No.
Then what happened?
I was struck by the vehicle.
Where did the vehicle strike you?
I don't remember.
Okay. Did you receive injuries as a result of the vehicle striking you?
Yes.
And what were those injuries?
I couldn't walk. I was in the hospital. I had muscle contusions. I had bone bruises.
Did the vehicle, when it struck you, or after it struck you, did the vehicle continue on with its path of travel down the parade route?
Yes.
Overruled.
And did you see the path it took after striking you?
Yes.
Where did it go?
Forward.
Could you tell if it went straight ahead, swerved one way or the other way?
No.
Overruled. He may answer.
No.
Okay. When you were struck, do you recall if you were to the left of the Blazers truck or if you were still in the middle of the Blazers truck?
I was on the left.
Were you knocked to the ground?
Yes.
What do you recall after the truck went past as you're laying on the ground?
I just remember tires going by.
Going over you or just by you?
When I first recall it, it seemed like it was going over me. But I can't. Be honest with you, I don't know.
Then what did you next recall?
people coming over to me.
Okay. Did you see your son?
No.
Did you eventually meet up with your son while you were still on Main Street?
Yes.
Okay. And was he injured?
No.
I'm going to show you what's been previously received as State's Exhibit 11, and I'm going to ask that be published to the jury, or for the jury.
Go ahead. Will this be part of it, all of it, something else?
It would be probably the first 20 or so seconds.
Okay.
The video is 2 minutes and 29 seconds. And I'm going to start it at 0.
Go ahead.
And so I'm just going to have it play, and then I'm going to ask you some questions.
Just so we clear for the record, the first 20 seconds, right?
I'm going to stop it when it hits the relevant time frame that this witness can testify to.
Go ahead.
Do you see yourself, it's been paused at 18 seconds. Do you see yourself in this still shot?
Yes.
Can you circle where you are? Oh, I'm sorry, it's the touch screen. I guess I need to add that part.
That is the pointer. He's not the
Okay.
first person to grab that, so we'll
Okay.
have Pete take it and we'll bring it back to you.
Yeah, usually they don't like me to have the pointer. I tend to hit people with it, so that's probably why they best left it up there. And that's you marching the parade, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know, was the truck playing any music as the parade was? Did you guys have any sound coming from your area?
I do not remember.
Okay. Do you recall if you heard a horn?
It's funny because like they're talking about like the pointer, you know, because they don't want anybody hitting anybody with the pointer or whatever. But bro, them water bottles would hurt too. Like let's be real. Like, this dude's a baseball coach, so you know he has a cannon for an arm, because he plays baseball. So this man can probably throw at least 60 miles per hour, probably. And excuse me, who knows, like in his heyday, how fast he could throw. He could probably get that thing to like 90 miles per hour. So like them water bottles right there are weapons. You know what I'm saying? Like and he probably has accuracy too. This man could probably beam Darrell Brooks right in his freaking forehead. It wouldn't be a hard target to hit either. Forehead is massive. Like, Darrell is a small man, but his head is huge. He's like a Funko Pop. His head does not fit his body at all. Like, whatsoever. This man's like Brainiac or something. Or Megamind. That's what he looks like. Like Darrell's head is huge. It's disproportionate. So, like, this man right here, this stud, like, if you guys ever watch baseball, you can kind of tell from, like, a pitcher's eyes, like, if they're on or not, man. This dude looks like he would not miss. He would not miss throwing one of them water bottles at Darrell Brooks' head. So, maybe that's something they should think about, too, going forward.
Honking after seeing the red SUV.
No.
You did not hear any horn honking?
No.
Okay. Next, I'm going to show you Exhibit 148, which has been previously admitted into evidence. I'd ask that it be published to the jury. And I would be playing the first 27 seconds of that video.
Go ahead.
And I'm just going to play it through the first time. And we can stop it here at 23 seconds. What did you see in that video, sir?
Being struck?
Okay. And that accurately depicts what you can recall of being struck?
Yes.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Can you imagine like watching yourself get hit by a car on video? Oh man, that would piss me off. I swear.
Okay, so going to the beginning of that exhibit, 148 again. Playing it, it looks like you're running towards something, and let me play it and then pause it when I see that beginning. Pause. Do you recall what you were running towards?
My son?
And that would have been where he was at that time of the parade?
Yes, on the left side.
Do you recall where Jackson and Tucker Sparks were at that time?
No.
Okay. Have nothing further? No, thank you.
Just for the record, you may have said this, but the last pause was at 16 seconds in.
All right, sorry.
All right, here we go with the cross.
All right, you may take the video down, please. All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna leave that on video.
Oh, let me know when you need it. Go ahead, you may start your cross.
Can you pull that exhibit up again, 148?
Sure. You want it to the witness or published?
Published.
All right. How much of it do you want played before you ask a question?
The first, what was it, 22, 23 seconds?
All right. 23 is my notes indicate. It's when the state first stopped it. All right, go ahead.
You pause it right there. Can you identify for the jury where you are in this video if you see yourself?
The record is paused at 15 seconds.
You,
For the record,
All he wants to do is punch Darrell in the nose, but he can't do it because then he'll catch a charge because that's how America's set up. What a shame. That's why he's biting his nails instead. Because he can't use that hand for anything else at the moment.
The video with the sound. It was, no, this one does not have sound. Okay, just want to make sure I had that accurate. All right, go ahead, Mr. Brooks.
you can unpause it. All right.
Y'all, the first stupid question he asked, I'm skipping. I'm going to the next witness. I'm just warning y'all. I'm just warning y'all right now, ahead of time. The first egregious question he asked, I'm not doing it today. No, sir, not doing it.
And let's pause at 21.
Yes, that would be correct. 21 seconds. Do you recall, from just looking at the video, have you seen this video before today?
Just still shots of it, not the video itself.
So it'd be fair to say that this is only your second time seeing this video.
Yes.
Do you, you can take the video down, I'm sorry. Do you recall giving a statement to Officer Copel?
I don't remember the name of the officer.
Do you recall giving a statement to Officer?
An FBI agent? Yes.
Do you recall if you gave them a summary of what you remember, or if you actually wrote the statement yourself?
I don't think I wrote it.
Do you recall saying that you needed a walker to assist you in moving?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that you're moving pretty good these days? Grounds.
Sustained.
We are moving on to the next witness. I am not doing this today. Not doing this today. Nope. We are moving on. Not doing it.
No further questions.
None of the questions that he's asking is going to help anyway. So it's not like it's vital information that he's obtaining from these witnesses. Nothing is going to help him anyway. He's asking stupid questions. He's trying to piss everybody off. It's working because he's pissing me off. We're moving on to the next witness. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. Let's move forward.
You may step down. Before he's excused, I'm just going to excuse the jury momentarily. We'll let you know when you can get back in. All rise for the jury, please.
Nope. Nope, 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 no. No, 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 no. Not watching it. I refuse. Not doing it. Not doing it. Nope. Let's go. Yeah, no. Telling you right now.
I think you be seated.
That right there, nope, not watching it. I'm not gonna watch a man struggle as he clenches his fist and wants to throw it directly at this thing, and he can't do it. I just can't, man. I just can't. I just can't. Look at him right now. Look at him. What's up with the suspicious side eye thing? Like what's going on? What is going on here? Oh my goodness. Why do we commit to watch things like this? This may be one of the toughest things I've ever accomplished in life when I'm done with this trial. One of the toughest. And I was valedictorian of my college class. So this is harder. This is harder than that was. To watch this is more difficult than gaining valedictorian. It's harder. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. You're making me mad, Darrell. I can't stand you. Gosh. Okay. We're going to get our emotions in check. We're going to supply the chill vibe that you guys come here for. We're okay. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Legal
Mr.
issues.
Brooks, I cut you off when you were asking questions about what this witness had seen on the news. I'll give you an opportunity to give me an offer of proof as to why you believe that's relevant and specifically as to this witness.
Well, it's relevant because of how close he testified to being away from the vehicle. He testified to being 20 yards away from the vehicle, which is not super close, but it's not far enough that you wouldn't be able to see a driver or see into the car.
So that's an argument, sir. So what questions would you have that you didn't already ask, and how does the news reports relate to that?
Maybe he may have seen the alleged defendant on the news, and maybe that may jog his memory back to if he seen the driver.
But he testified he didn't see the driver. So
He also testified to never making the comment that he didn't remember the event, but it's clearly in his summary and in his report that he said that. So it's conflicting his report is conflicting with what he's testifying. So I was trying to get at the credibility of it.
He didn't write the report.
What does the news reports have to do with that, sir?
The news reports are relevant just by the sheer amount of reporting that they've been reporting. This has been going on for a year.
That assumes facts, not an evidence, sir. So this witness did not identify you during this trial. This witness testified as to his observations regarding the date in question, his injuries, and other things surrounding what he saw and heard and what he didn't see and hear. So the news reports don't have any bearing on his credibility. The points that you bring up are arguments that you may make if you choose.
News reports do not take away credibility of an eyewitness, a witness that was there, a witness that was on the ground, that literally got hit by your vehicle. A news report is not going to make them an incredible witness. That doesn't even make sense. Again, you could have avoided all of it. Like, let's think about this for a second. All the different choices that led up to November 21st of 2021. Okay? Everybody in life makes mistakes. I've seen terrible people become great people by having a shift in their mindset and a shift in their behavior and them just deciding, hey, I want to start living differently. Okay, cool. I've seen people literally go from what people consider to be the worst of the worst and come back and make great contributions to society and be great contributors to their communities. It's possible. Darrell continued and continued and continued to make decisions to be the worst version of himself. Yes, his upbringing played a role in it. I've said that on numerous occasions, that like that's not something that can be ignored, because ignoring that actually does the adverse effect of what we want. Because like when we ignore the upbringing, we can't recognize the people around us who have the potential to become the same thing. So like we have to pay attention to stuff like that. We have to be mindful of the upbringing. We have to be mindful of, just everything that's going on, with the people around us, our loved ones, the ones that are close to us. We have to be mindful of that stuff. But at the same time, I've seen people with great upbringings that turn into terrible people. I've seen people with bad upbringings that turn into great people. Yes, everything plays a role. And more often than not, if you have a good upbringing, you're not going to turn into this. But, every time I'm talking about Darrell, my freeze frame is on somebody else. So we're going to put it on him. We're going to put it on this thing. Every single decision that you made, shooting at your nephew, running over Erica's foot, taking yourself all the way out the way from Milwaukee. I've made the drive. It's like half an hour. Taking yourself all the way from Milwaukee, all the way to Waukesha, with the intention of starting stuff. You came out there with the intention of starting stuff. You started something, you couldn't finish it. Instead of taking your L and walking away, because odds are, Erica wouldn't have reported it anyway, because she wasn't trying to report it. She did not want to go to the police. She did not want to say anything. She did not want to get Darrell into any further trouble. So odds are, if Darrell would have just went home, went back to his mother's house, 6 people would still be here today. Dozens would not have been injured. And all Darrell would have been facing was this case in Milwaukee, in which he maybe would have got 10 years at the most, and been able to get out and have another chance to try again, to start again, to be a better version of himself. But instead, he leaned into the monster. He leaned right into it. He decided, this is who I am. This is who I'm going to be. But I'm not even going to have the balls to own up to it and say, this is who I am. I'm going to pretend that I'm not this person so that people feel bad for me, while I continue to actually be this person and take advantage and abuse everybody in my life. Well, now you're in state prison for the rest of your life. You're going to die in prison. Like, think about that for a second. Think about that. You know, not everybody, of course, gets the chance to pass away while surrounded by loved ones. You know, some people die in tragic accidents. Some people's lives are taken. Some people just, you know, drop dead of natural causes, you know. Like, they don't really have a chance to say goodbye to people and things like that, right? But all of that, in my opinion, is better than rotting away in prison. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares at all about you. Make it make sense, guys. I know you can't, but make it make sense. This man's whole mindset in life that I'm sure a lot of people in our society share. Make it make sense. You killed 6 random people that you didn't even know. That had nothing to do with you. You just took them off the earth for nothing. All because you kept deciding to make bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. I'm not a religious man, but I'm a believer in God, and I'm a believer in prayer. And I'm a believer that God gives us chances to, you know, make different choices in our life again and again and again and again and again. We're given chance after chance after chance after chance, and eventually those chances are going to be taken away when you abuse those chances, and that's how you end up where Darrell Brooks is. Eventually, you gotta wake up and decide, I want to be something better than what I've been. I want to make a positive mark on this earth. When I die, I want people to actually miss me. Or you end up with this. See, when you're considerate of what your legacy will be when you leave, you do actual things to try to create that legacy that you're looking for. You don't just post fake stuff that you're working on for clout on social media like Mr. Darrell Brooks has done so often in his life. Going live to post cars that do not belong to him. Going live to promote albums that nobody is waiting for. Because you're not doing the actual work, you're just pretending. You're pretending to do the work, when in actuality, people who are actually doing the work, they're not going to be in the same place 10 years later like you, Darrell. Well, I mean, hey, now you're not in the same place. I mean, gosh, you're really living the life, man. You've cracked the code. You found a way to get free healthcare, free meals, free lodging. Wow, you're living the Bernie Sanders dream, bro. Good for you. Good for you. And that's not a shot at Bernie Sanders. I don't have any type of political affiliation. I really don't care. But yeah. This is the life that you have created for yourself, Darrell, because you wanted to pretend to do the work instead of actually doing the work and actually, making something of yourself. Instead of writing your own music, you stole your music. Instead of working and saving up to get your own car, you flexed everybody else's car, including the one that your mother bought you. The same one you used to run through a Christmas parade. It's sad, man. It's really sad. It's really sad. That's really all I can say. It's really, really, really sad. Let me check in on the comments real quick before we get back into this. Sorry, I just had to do that little speech. I am feeling a little bit better. A little bit congested in here, but as far as like the body aches and things like that go, feeling great. COVID brain is not as prevalent as it was last time I had COVID. And you guys have had COVID and had COVID brain. That sucks. Yeah, man. Darrell is just God. I just honestly, I can't even say like I look at wasted potential or anything like that, because I don't know anything that he had potential to accomplish in his life. Honestly, there were, from everything that has been uncovered about him and all that stuff, there never seems to be anything that he was actually going to be able to amount to. And like, I don't like calling another human being a waste of space, or oh, your mama should have swallowed, stuff like that. Like, I don't like talking about other human beings like that. And that's because I feel like we're all God's creations, and we're all put here for a reason, to fulfill some type of purpose. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like some people just completely lose sight of what that purpose is supposed to be, and they just make all the wrong decisions, and then you just end up with this. Honestly, that's pretty much really all I can say about it. Like, you just end up with this. I can't make it make sense any other way. I just can't. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't really have an understanding of how somebody can sit there so brass and emotionless, having done all of that stuff to people. And I don't think really it is a lack of emotion, to be honest with you. I feel like it's like him numbing himself on purpose, because there's no way he doesn't feel the impact of what he did. Even if he only feels it for himself, there's no way he doesn't feel something. I don't know. There's just like, there's no life there, like, behind those eyes, bro. There's no life, there's no love, there's no anything. Like, what went wrong? What went wrong with you? I just don't get it, man. Like, I hope he's one of those people who donates his body to science, so scientists can study his brain, so we can understand what is wrong with this man. Because I don't get it. I don't understand. Okay. I'm done yelling. We can get into this next witness, who, by the way, is extremely beautiful. Extremely beautiful. But I'm sure Darrell is going to ruin her day. We're all going to love it, right? We're all going to love it. That's what Darrell's doing it for us. Yeah. For justice. Oh my God. Okay. Here we go.
Nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do. Thank you, ma'am. Please have a seat. First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record and then spell each.
Alyssa Gajewski, ALYSSAGAJEWSKI.
That is one hell of a last name, Kajewski. I have never in my life heard that last name before. That is a Wisconsin thing if I have ever heard it. Oh, man. Wow.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Thank you. Ms. Gajewski, how old are you?
23.
Do you have any familiarity with a group called the Extreme Dance Group?
Yes.
How do you know that group?
I used to coach there
How long were you a coach for the Extreme Dance Group?
about 4 years.
Can you tell us the time frame where that took place?
Yeah, so probably around 2018 to early 2022.
Where's that dance group headquartered? Where do you hold your practices?
It was at 404 Travis Lane. I don't know Waukesha, so I don't know what road it's off of.
Okay, but it's in Waukesha?
Yes.
All right. And in general, what cities or municipalities did the dancers come from?
Waukesha.
What were the approximate age ranges of the girls that you instructed at Extreme?
Just myself.
The girls who were dancers, how old were they?
So we started at Itty Bitty, which was about 2-ish, and then my team was the oldest, so we went up to 8th grade.
What do you call your team?
So my team was called the Elite Team.
And what's the approximate age range of those girls?
6 to 8, 8th grade.
And you mentioned Itty Bitty was about 2, right?
About 2 to 3.
Are there any
I wanna
groups
say.
between those?
Yeah, so it's Itty Bitty, and then the tiny group, and then the mini group, and then the juniors, and then the elite.
And it's a continuum of age from Itty Bitty.
Oh, okay. That's just my son watching TV. I was so confused. So confused. We have our first Zane sighting, everybody. He is boisterous today. My goodness. Real quick. Okay, the Jennifer Crumbly trial. Oh, the mother of the Oxford high school shooter. Yeah, why not? I mean, yeah, I could definitely take a look at that one. Let me add it to my note section real quick. I do have that long note section, guys. You guys already know. I need to start dipping into this note section seriously. Like, I'm kind of slacking in this a little bit, but I'm gonna try to get on top of this stuff as soon as I can. It's just a long list of stuff that you guys want. You guys want me to cover. Let's see, do I already have this one written down? Un momento. Let's see. I do not have that, so I will write it. I will write that down. Let's see. Jennifer Crumbly. Okay, I got Jennifer Crumbly in here. I got it. Fee, what's up? What's going on? Welcome. All right, let's try to get back into this, guys.
All the way up to the elite.
Yes.
I want to direct your attention to Sunday afternoon.
Oh, you guys already know what I'm going to ask. Do I need to watch the cross on this one or not? And I'm saying, do I need to watch? Like, you guys understand at this point, I'm tired of him asking the same questions. So do I need to watch this one? You know, the cross-examination on this one? Or can I please skip it? Please tell me I can skip it. Because he's not about to take me there today, guys. I'm not feeling well enough for that yet. He's not taking me there. Okay? So I know you guys probably say watch it on 1.5 speed. Still, I don't need him pissing me off today. I need him to chill out, which I know he's incapable of doing. So is this one that I want to watch or no? I'm going to watch the state examination, though.
November 21st of 2021. Was your group, the Extreme Dance Group, marching in the Waukesha Christmas Parade that day?
Yes.
And were you present with the group?
Yes.
Were there any other instructors or coaches there?
Yeah, there was just one other,
And who was that?
Jamie Sutton.
Do you remember approximately how many from your dance group were present?
I had about 12. Jamie might have had around 10. Minnie's was around 4, maybe. Tiny's 4, and itty bitties, I'm not sure, because they were just in like strollers and stuff with their parents.
When you marched in the parade, were you in a specific formation?
Yes, we were.
And how were the different age groups organized in that formation?
So at the front, it would start oldest, and then it would go to youngest. So it would be elite, juniors, minis, tiny, and then the itty bitties with their parents.
Okay.
Don't tell me this man ran over 2 to 3-year-olds in strollers. Please don't tell me that that's what I'm about to hear. Because y'all are telling me right now that this is about to piss me off. Y'all know how I get by this point. I am trying my best to keep my composure. Please let me know. What am I walking into right now? What am I walking into? Y'all got it? I feel like y'all just want to see my authentic reaction to it. Okay, fair enough.
Was there a vehicle or a float associated with your group in the parade?
Yeah, there was a truck.
What kind of truck?
It was,
Pickup truck?
yes, yeah.
What's the objection? Her answer may stand. I'll instruct the state to avoid leading questions.
About how many times did you make it through your routine during that parade?
I don't recall.
Was there a certain point when your dancers stopped dancing?
Overruled. You may answer.
Yeah, they did stop dancing.
Why?
He's already pissing me off with these stupid objections. And you know what makes me even more upset about his objections? He always says them in such a low voice that it comes off very passive aggressive every time he does it. I don't know about y'all, but me and my wife, bruh, oh my gosh, we can't stand passive aggressiveness, bro. That's how Darrell's coming off right now, so it's already pissing me off.
Because there was a car that drove through.
There's cleaners right there. There's some right there. There's also water. You may have one of those.
Thank you.
Darrell frickin' Brooks. Darrell Brooks. Oh gosh. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go.
Ms. Kajewski, we're going to put up on the screen for you Exhibit 15. And with the court's permission, this has been received already. I'd ask to publish to the jury as well.
Permission granted.
Do you see the screen in front of you?
Yes.
Do you see a green box with names in it
That is nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 children. Oh, this is what you guys were talking about. This is what you guys were talking about with Miss Urel. So all four of her kids were part of the extreme dance team. Those are the 4 that got run over. You guys were saying like all 4 of her children got run over. All the Darrell children. It's right there on the screen. I don't know why I moved my mouse like you guys can actually see that, but I was going in a circular motion around the Darrell last names. So okay, so all of them, all 4 of them got hit, and that's nuts. That's all 4 of her children. Man. Like, it is a miracle. It is an absolute miracle there were no fatalities right here. God, this is nuts, man. This is crazy. I mean, the Catholic communities of Waukesha, man, that is insane over there. Okay, let's focus back on the extreme dance team, though. That's nuts, man. Whoa. Gosh.
The label Waukesha Extreme Dance underneath.
Yes.
Do you recognize the names in that green box?
Yes.
You see a black line connecting that green box to a yellow star?
Yes.
Guys, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, because I'm getting a couple of suggestions in here. Okay, we're gonna do the direct examination for this witness, and then let's jump into some of these other trials that you guys want me to check out, and we'll start looking at a little bit, you know, of it, maybe like the opening statements or something like that. Yeah, just wanna try to get through at least the direct examination for this witness, and then kind of, you know, try to introduce some of these other cases, see how I feel about them and everything.
We scroll down a little bit. Do you recognize the neighborhood in this map?
Kinda. It's downtown.
Downtown Waukesha?
Yeah.
The yellow star that's connected to the Waukesha Extreme Dance names, is that an approximate area where you described the car hitting the girls?
Yeah, right before the 5 points.
Okay, we can take that down, thank you. I'm now going to ask that we project onto the screen for the witness only, exhibit number 33. Let me know when you see the screen in front of you.
I see it.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to just take as much time as you need, read all those names, and then describe for me what we're looking at.
It's the formation that the girls were in.
On the day of the parade?
Yes.
And does that accurately represent where each of those girls were in formation?
Yes.
And you've reviewed a diagram similar to this before your testimony, right?
Yes.
I would move exhibit 33 into evidence and ask for permission to publish.
Before I allow that, if you could ask her about the non-labeled boxes.
Sure. You can see that there are some boxes on this diagram that don't have names in them, is that right?
Correct.
What do those boxes represent?
Who wasn't injured?
So, but those are people? Those are
yes.
members of the dance group?
Yes.
But to your knowledge, a box without a name is a person who wasn't hit?
Yes.
Okay. I'll renew my request at this point.
Objection. How is it legal to instruct the prosecution to ask a question that they should already know to ask?
Your objection is noted. It's overruled. Exhibit 33 is received and permission to publish is granted.
What? What is he talking about?
Okay, can you, Ms. Kajewski, can you explain for us what the colors mean in this exhibit?
So they're each different team. So the yellow is the elite team, the green is the junior team, and the blue is the mini team. And there is 2 teams behind that, but they didn't have a formation. And that's why only these 3 are on here.
Okay. You testified earlier that you were marching in order of age, so the elites were in the front of the group, right?
Yes.
So the parade route, if we were moving forward, it would be the bottom of this page, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we project for the witness only exhibit number 32, please?
Go ahead.
Let me know when you see something on your screen.
I see it.
Okay, we're gonna play just a few seconds of this to see if you recognize it. Okay, we'll pause there. You played 19 seconds. Do you recognize this video?
Not this video.
Okay. Do you recognize the truck
Yes.
at this point that we stopped at?
Yep.
At 19 seconds?
Yeah.
What's the truck?
That's the truck that we had for Extreme.
During the Christmas parade?
Yes.
Did you recognize the people in front of the truck holding the banner?
Objection. Witness stated she doesn't recognize the video. How is it permitted?
Your objection's noted, it's overruled, she may answer the question.
Could you say the question again?
Did you recognize the 2 people holding the banner in front of the truck?
Yes.
Were they affiliated with your group?
Yes.
Let's play a few more seconds just for the witness. Pause there. Pause at 27 seconds. Did you recognize the people coming into the screen from the left?
Yes.
Who are they?
Our dancers.
Does this video appear to be an accurate depiction of your group along the parade route during the Waukesha Christmas Parade?
Yeah.
You may answer.
Yes.
I move to admit exhibit number 32.
This guy.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Did you sustain that objection?
Sustain.
Rule on it. Which objection?
That I just objected to?
It was overruled.
Are you making that decision now?
There's been a request by the state to receive Exhibit 32, Mr. Brooks.
I objected.
All right, then your objection's noted, it's overruled.
On what grounds, Your Honor?
Exhibit 32 is received. The foundation has been laid and permission to publish is granted.
On what grounds, Your Honor?
The record speaks for itself.
On what grounds, Your Honor?
You may play.
There's no audio with this video. We're gonna play from the beginning.
How long is the video for the record?
It's 1 minute and 23 seconds.
Thank you.
Pause, please. We've paused at the 35-second mark. Ms. Kuczewski, do you remember what you were wearing on your head, if anything at all, that day?
Yeah, I had a bright red hat on.
Do you see yourself in this, at the 35-second mark of this video?
Yes.
That's a touch screen in front of you. Can you use your finger and circle yourself? Okay. And we can clear that, please, Madam Clerk. And we'll resume at the 35-second mark. take that down now. Thank you. So Ms. Gajewski, let me just clarify. What did we see at the end of that video? You can take some time.
A car going through the parade.
Is that the same vehicle that you remember seeing that day?
Yes.
Do you recall where you were standing at the point that the vehicle started to go through your girls in relation to the rest of the group?
Yeah, in relation to the rest of the group. I was on the side that was with all the names, but I don't remember like what stores I was by.
If you were standing in the middle of your group, were you on the left side or the right side?
Oh, she may answer.
Which way are you looking?
If you're walking down the parade route.
I'm looking towards the truck.
Yep.
I would be on the left side.
And you were towards the front
Yes.
by the elite girls?
Yes.
Okay. I'm now going to ask that we put up for the witness only exhibit number 34. And before we get into questions about this exhibit, I want to go back and ask you about the video we just looked at, exhibit 32. After having watched that video just now in court, does it appear as though that diagram with the names that we looked at, exhibit 33, does it appear as though that diagram was an accurate depiction of where the named girls were positioned at the time the SUV came into the group?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what's the objection?
Hearsay.
Overruled.
Okay. So now,
Yes.
believe the end. Okay. So now we'll put up exhibit 34 for the witness, please. We're just going to play a few seconds to see if you recognize this. Let's do a few more seconds. Okay. Do you recognize this video?
Not the video, but
Do you recognize images from the video?
it's
Hearsay.
Overruled. You may continue answering.
He's like a fly. You know, just
I can interrupt for the witness. They can finish.
hearsay. Injection. Ground.
Okay. I think we've got the rotation figured out here. We're going to play 5 or 10 seconds again for you just to see if you recognize the video. Okay. Now do you recognize the video?
yeah.
What does it show?
The car going through and someone
Is
flying.
that an accurate depiction of the scene as you saw it that day?
Mm-hmm.
Hearsay. She already stated she didn't recognize the video.
This characterizes her testimony. Your objection is overruled. It is not hearsay. You may answer. And if you did answer, if you could just repeat it.
Could you?
Is that video an accurate depiction of the scene as you saw it unfold that day?
Yes.
Your answer may stand. Thank you.
What was the answer?
Yes.
Move exhibit 34 into evidence and request permission to publish.
Exhibit 34 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
We're going to play from the beginning. This is a 50-second clip. We're not going to play the whole thing. We're going to play from the beginning to about 12 seconds. We're going to turn the audio on. We've paused at 12 seconds. I'm going to ask that we go back to the beginning slow it down to 30% speed. And we've turned the audio off. We're going to watch that save 12 seconds again. Pause. And I'm going to ask Ms. Gussie to go frame by frame. We paused at 1 second, by the way. Next frame. Next frame. One more. There. We're at a frame at 2 seconds. There's a figure on the bottom, on the left side of the screen. Appears to be wearing black with long hair. You recognize that person?
Yes.
Can you see any features in there?
A minute, if your objection is noted, it's overruled. You may answer.
Hearsay. Objection for
Not
hearsay.
hearsay. You may answer.
Clear hearsay.
You may answer.
Yes.
Who is that person we're looking at?
Jesselyn.
Can you use the touchscreen in front of you and circle that picture? Circle Jesselyn, please. I'd ask to save the annotation as Exhibit 34A and to move it into evidence.
I don't think
The annotation has been saved.
I really feel like none of us will be able to like move on from this trial until we know that he is getting his tail handed to him in prison. I can't move forward. I can't not be agitated by these stupid objections until I know that this man is getting shanked in prison. Until I know that this man is spending his evenings with Bubba in prison. Like, I can't get past it. Because none of these victims are going to be able to get their hands on him. Ever. But somebody can do it for him. Somebody can do it for them. I swear.
Exhibit 34A is received.
Ms. Kuczewski, when you say Jesselyn, are you referring to Jesselyn Torres?
Yes.
She was a member of your dance group?
Yeah, she was on the junior team.
We can take that down. I'm going to ask that we play Exhibit 35 just for the witness. And this is just 8 seconds long, so we'll play the whole thing to see.
Darrell! Where's Darrell? I just need to punch the screen. Give me Darrell. Stupid idiot.
Do you recognize that video?
Yes.
What does it show?
The car going through.
Through your dance group?
Yes.
Is that an accurate video depicting the events that day?
Yes.
Move Exhibit 35 into evidence and request permission to publish.
Shut up.
Exhibit 35 is received permission to publish. Granted, your objection is noted for the record.
Again, this is 8 seconds long. We're gonna turn the audio on for this video.
Is the video, who even took the video? Is it relevant?
Sir, it's not an objection, it's a statement. You can ask questions later.
Not even a witness that took.
Go ahead.
So Judge, before we begin, I have to step in here and request that Mr. Brooks be instructed to stop making comments under his breath. This witness is very clearly having an emotional and difficult time testifying, and she doesn't need to hear that.
Objection, she can't hear anything I'm saying.
Mr. Brooks, the mics are very good in this courtroom, so please refrain. All right, keep going.
Thank you. So we will begin at the beginning of this video. We'll play the whole thing with audio.
the extent that there are comments on this video, those comments are not being offered. I would instruct the jury to disregard those in terms of the evidence. It's the video that's important.
For the courtroom, actually. Exhibit 33, the diagram again. And we'd ask to publish for the jury.
Go ahead.
Can we zoom in on the top of the screen here? So, Ms. Kajewski, I'd like to work our way through this name by name based on your recollection of what you saw during the parade that day, okay? So let's start with the first person on the top right, Vivian Urell. You knew Vivian Urell before November 21st, right?
Yes.
And do you recall seeing her either while the SUV was driving through or after?
It's not hearsay. Overruled.
I saw her after.
Can someone shut this dude up?
Because I was in the front.
Can you describe the circumstances when you saw her after?
Hearsay.
Mr. Brooks, I'm going to direct your attention to review section 908.01. You have a statute book. Please do that. It's not hearsay. All right, go ahead.
Could you repeat the question?
Can you describe the circumstances of how you saw her and where afterwards?
Yeah, she was on the opposite side of the road, just like in a fetal position.
Did you have any interaction with her?
Yeah, I did. I went in a squad car with her to the hospital.
Which hospital?
I think it's called Waukesha Memorial.
Here in Waukesha?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you observe any injuries to her?
Yeah, she had road rash on her chin.
Okay. I next want to ask you about Mackenzie Hollingsworth, the first top right green square there. Did you see her as the SUV was coming through?
I didn't see her as the SUV. I
What-
saw her at the hospital.
Waukesha Memorial?
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe what she
Sorry,
looked?
was that a yes? You just said,
Oh.
was that a yes?
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. That's okay.
Can you describe how she looked at the hospital?
Yeah, she was laying on the ground, and her mom was on her left side of her, and I was on her right, and I was holding her hand, trying to get her to squeeze my hand so she could like stay awake. But she was going in and out of consciousness. She was asleep, and then she would wake up sobbing, and it would just repeat.
I next want to ask you about Alice Urell, so the next green square down on that diagram. Did you see her as the SUV drove through?
I didn't see like her get hit because it was just a blur, but I saw her body on the ground right after, and she's the one that the first person I saw.
Okay. And did you have any interaction with her after the fact?
Yeah, I picked her up as soon as her body was right in front of me. I just picked her up because I didn't know what was about to happen.
What did you think had happened at that point?
I didn't know. I didn't know if there was going to be just a bunch of cars. So I just wanted to get her out of the way.
You've already testified about Jesselyn Torres. The Jesselyn Torres who's named in a green square there, is that the same Jesselyn Torres that you referenced when we watched Exhibit 34?
Yes.
Okay. Moving down the diagram, I'll ask you about Yuretsi Becerra Montes. You recognize that name?
Yes.
Did you see Yuretsi as the SUV came through the group?
I saw her after.
Where did you see her?
behind the truck on the ground.
Which truck?
The same truck that was driving in front of all the girls.
That black pickup truck?
Yeah.
How close to the truck was she?
At the tailgate.
Was anybody else with her?
Yeah, I remember seeing her dad and her sister.
How did she appear to you in that moment? Health-wise?
Just in shock.
Moving down the list to Julia Schlickow, excuse me. Did you see Julia as the SUV was driving through the group?
I didn't see her as the SUV came through. I saw her at the hospital.
At Waukesha Memorial?
Yes.
How did she appear to you when you saw her at Waukesha Memorial?
She wasn't good.
Can you take a little bit of time and then tell us in a little bit more detail?
I was with Kenzie at the time, and at Waukesha Memorial there's a glass, wall window, and I saw Julia in a wheelchair by herself with, nurses around her, and she was kind of slunched over. She was in and out of consciousness as well, and so I ran over to her and told them her name, and they rushed her in the back because she was not doing well. And then when we got to the back, she started seizing and vomiting.
And you saw this while you were with Kenzie, as you said?
I saw Julia when I was with Kenzie, and then I left and went with Julia, and then we went in the back to a room, and that's when she started seizing and puking.
And just so we can keep the name straight, who's Kenzie?
Mackenzie Hollingsworth.
And moving further down the diagram towards the front, Sam Coelho. You recognize that name?
Yes.
Did you see Sam as the SUV went through the group?
I didn't see her with the SUV.
What about afterwards?
I didn't see her at the hospital either that night.
Okay. Do you remember providing a written statement with Detective Mandy Schwartz from the Waukesha Sheriff's Department shortly after this incident?
Yes.
I would ask that we project that statement for the witness only.
Go ahead.
You can go down to page 4, please.
This will be your name, Mark, for identification. What would be your next number?
Believe 149, please.
All right, it'll be marked exhibit 149.
And Ms. Kaczewski, do you see the screen in front of you?
Yes.
Let's scroll down a little further. All right, just to yourself silently, I'd like you to read from where it says saw another to the words so fast. Just read that silently. Let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
Okay. Do you remember writing that or approving that written statement when you met with Detective Schwartz?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember now?
Hold on, you take that. We'll take that down.
Yeah, we can take that down. Sorry. Do you remember now talking about what happened to Sam?
I didn't see Sam. I only saw her dad.
Okay. And you didn't see her in the hospital afterwards?
Not that night, no.
Did you see her in the days following this incident?
Overruled.
Um,
Answer.
Yeah, as soon as the day she was able to have a visitor, I was there.
When you say visitor, what do you mean? Where was she?
Overruled.
She was at Children's.
Children's Hospital?
Yeah.
Do you know why she was there?
They moved her there just due to her injuries.
And you know she was injured as a result of what?
Overruled. She may answer as to what her knowledge of the injuries were.
Yeah, she was there because she was struck.
We put Exhibit 33 back up for the jury and the witness, please.
I'm sorry, 30?
33, please, the
33,
diagram.
Go ahead.
So, Ms. Kajewski, there's two remaining names there on the diagram, Isabella Bartelt and Maddie Hollingsworth. Did you see either of them as the SUV went through the group?
I did not.
Did you see either of them in the immediate aftermath?
I did not.
Based on their position in that diagram and your review of the video evidence here in court, how would you describe their position in relation to the red SUV that went through the group?
If you're looking at the SUV, they were just to the left of it.
Okay. Do you know whether they were actually struck by the SUV?
I do not.
But based on their positioning, they would have been how close to the SUV in your best estimate?
Just a couple feet.
You're not able to give an accurate estimate about how fast the SUV was traveling at that point, is that right?
I could.
Okay. Well, please, if you think you can, please tell us how fast do you think it was traveling?
Overruled.
I thought around 55.
The black truck.
Wait,
that was
55
part of
miles
your
per hour?
group, right? That was about the approximate speed of the rest of the parade?
Yeah.
And was the red SUV traveling faster than the black truck?
Yes.
You know, she thought it was going 55. Yo, what if it was actually going 55? That, man. Look, we've already talked about, like, you guys kind of broke it down for me how 30 miles per hour would be enough to, like, cause some serious damage. Because I was like, man, that's how fast they usually tell you to go in, like, residential neighborhoods. So, like, you know, without, like, that formula or, like, the bowling ball and bowling pin analogy, which was a great analogy. Like, you know, it just kind of, the math wasn't mathing for me about how, like, how much damage, you know, something could cause going 30 miles per hour. But then when you guys broke it down for me, I was like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Like, yeah, that's going to do a lot of damage with a vehicle that weighs almost 3 tons. But 55 miles per hour, we're almost doubling that? Oh, man, you ain't even got to explain that to me. Like, 55, that's highway speed, you know, in some areas. So, man, if he was going 55 miles per hour and, like, none of the extreme dance group lost their lives, that is a miracle. An absolute miracle. It's like, this was so bad and it could have been so much worse. That's just crazy to think about how much worse this actually could have ended up being. Wow, man.
That's all I have for direct examination, Your Honor.
All right, then we'll break for lunch. We'll continue with cross-examination.
Okay. Yep, that's enough Darrell Brooks for today. Look, guys, I know I said I was going to dive into some more court cases and stuff today, but actually, I have some errands I actually have to run. I did not realize that I had the errands that I have to run, but I do have to run some errands. So actually, I'm going to end up, you know, cutting the live here. You know, we did about an hour and a half. That's pretty good. live stream, and I plan on being back on Tuesday afternoon. So just be ready for, Tuesday afternoons live, where we will continue with some more Darrell Brooks content. And today I think we did a really good job today of like staying on track and staying focused on the mission. I think the last two, I really just wanted to get on live and just talk to you guys. You guys are cool. The alpha community is growing, and it's beautiful. And I just wanted to talk to you guys, honestly. Like, so today I wanted to put the focus back on the content. And don't worry, Irene, it's all good. Just watching the replay and everything like that. And Tuesday around this time, I will see you guys, because I think I pick up my son from school at like 12. So probably 1 p.m. Eastern time would make a lot more sense to do. So just have your look. If you don't have your notifications turned on, go ahead and turn your notifications on, because it'll send you something every time I go live. Every time I go live, it'll go directly to your phone or your email or wherever you get whatever. It'll go directly there. But I try to, maybe I'll just try to get better at like updating the community posts every day, so that you guys know to look there for information, because I do post information there, but it's not like consistent like every day. So I'll try to be more consistent with that. And I'll also if you guys are following me on the Instagram, I'll post the information on the Instagram, but you guys got to follow the Instagram. It's right here. Follow that. Okay, follow the Instagram. That's where I like to connect with you guys offline, because it's very difficult to do it here on YouTube. So I'm going to run now. I appreciate you guys spending some time with me today. We got through a lot of good stuff, and maybe on Tuesday I will be able to do the cross for this witness. But the direct was rough, so can't imagine how bad the cross-examination is going to be for this one. But we're also going to try to get into more of that stuff that you guys have been suggesting to me, and we'll go from there, guys. All right, so you guys take it easy, enjoy the rest of your weekend before you guys go into work tomorrow, or start your week tomorrow, whatever it is you guys are doing. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for spending time. PLP. Stay safe. See you guys.